Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Winterberg in Germany. It's World Cup number 5 of the Wiesmann Women's Bobsleigh campaign. And in a cold and now less rainy than it was early Winterberg, Germany, we have 22 sleds getting ready to take on the ice for the first of 2 runs to decide the medals here. First race in Europe for the tour, first race in Germany as well. I'm Martin Haven, and alongside me is bobsleigh legend John Morgan. Well, next up, first of 2 Belgian sleds, back with 2 again. Alfie Willemsen, 28-year-old, she was a former brakewoman and turned driver. And of course, famously in the run-up to the Vancouver Games, the Belgian bobsleigh program was basically recreated, started from scratch, part of a reality TV program.
Belgian bullets, they have in their four-wheel drive vehicle driving around Europe. And of course, I owe an apology to Marion. She is a 4x100-meter sprinter. I keep saying she's a track cyclist, so they caught me at the top of the track of the day. I stand corrected.
Olympic silver medalist as well at 4x1, so.
Awesome track and field athlete in the back, which reflects the crossover from track and field. There's so many athletes from the athletes Beijing and the London Games that are in the sport now in the back seat. It just shows the testament of how the sport continues to draw world-class athletes. And Willemsen just gives the 4th best start so far, but she has been flying down every track. Her driving skills have really improved. A couple top 10 finishes this year.
On split times, she too is ahead of Kathleen Martini at the moment. 1600s back, she's pulling them in.
This is flying.
She is at
that speed by a lot.
Speed of that
shocking.
Second place. Oh my word. Well, the Belgian Federation, the guys that we were talking to last night, are jumping up now with excitement.
Shocking. She's shocking.
29 kilometers at the bottom. That's the fastest we've seen.
I want to go to the second computer class. I can't believe this. I mean, what a drive. No violent here. She hits. She had kilometer speed better than Kathleen Martini on the bottom part of this track. And of course, she's got that coach. Look at this. Look at the speed. That's unbelievable that she can develop that speed on this track with that start time. Healthy. Wow.
Look at that. Happy girls, and rightly so. So she's got a lot more mileage still to come. Some German fans there, some Belgian fans as well, I'm sure, cheering on their brand new team. Rookie Anne van Nooyenhuizen and Annelies Holthoff. So this is the 2nd Belgian women's sled making their World Cup debut. That is old school, isn't it? There's Sandra Kyriasis and a few other women start on the front handle. Most come from the blocks like their brakewomen do. 17th best start.
Driving those BTC Latvian sleds. Janis Strakins used to coach the Americans, sell sleds in the open market.
Some good top-end speeds from those BTC sleds as well.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few in the field.
This new Belgian team at the moment in the race, 17th at the start, 19th place at the moment. And finding speed, 95.4. They at the moment are in. This is going to bump out our Italian rookie, Serena Caponcelli.
Watch out. Boy, a lot of steering there. 126, this is good speed.
Not bad.
Boy, I tell you, the Belgian sleds are flying, considering those start times that they're getting.
There's the 3rd member of that 2nd team, and there are the Belgian fans loving that.
World Cup debut.
Yes, makes the field. So Serena Caponcelli and Misha McNeil will not get a 2nd run, but our other rookie here, Anne van Nooyenhuizen, she will. Well, may not be many Romanians. There's a few more Belgians here, though, judging by the noise.
Crossover. Look at those pictures into that. I'm impressed, ladies. World Cup debut. Make the cut. Great speed in the bottom. The last 6-8 sleds, I don't think any sled had 126 kilometers.
Well, and with 0.3 of a second going down to 7th, 8th place, there's a lot of opportunity for movement in the top 10 spots. Maybe 5 or 6 athletes could vie for the podium. Now, we talked about Romania having big history in this sport. Belgium used to as well. And this young rookie, Anne van Neuwenhuizen, just talked to her before the second heat. She was thrilled to make the cut in her first World Cup race. She said, I don't care what happens now.
Awesome first run. What a debut. They don't get great starts. They are not very big, either one of them. But boy, did she have some great drive lines down the track. Great speed, too. She's an economics student. You know,
you see a lot of black, red and gold Belgian flags here. Lots of people with black, red and gold striped face paint. The Belgian Bullets, they've now got 2 teams. Of course, we're very close to the Low Countries here in this part of the Ruhr Valley. Just a couple of hours drive from Belgium. So there's a lot of fans.
Ooh, that's right there. She's got an athletics background of 400 meters, and her favorite athlete, Hannah Marion, her teammate, who's coming up later in the Belgian #1 sled, who's, world-class 400-meter athlete.
Just in front of Anastasia Tambov-Seva. She's giving away a decade of ice sliding experience to the Russian. And it's all getting very loose at the bottom now. She needs to not panic. Final corner. She's safe, she's down, she's completed
Lost
it.
a couple of places.
19th place, she'll be no worse on her World Cup debut.
Still a great run.
Absolutely.
Not a great performance. The second run was nowhere near how good she was in the first run.
It was a fraction quicker, but you're right, it was much wilder, wasn't it? That was a little worrying for their teammate, just for a moment or two.
Yeah, well, Belgian, 2 teams here. Watch this, how high she gets here. She's way above the runner marks. That's not the way you want to look at this 13, 14. And most people come out, hit the wall, our left hard. She doesn't. But that sled was a little late going there. She lost a lot of speed in the bottom.
That's where the brakeman feels her backside is higher than her head. Well, next up, lots of bated breath for the Belgian team. The Belgian Bullets, Elfie Willemsen and Hannah Marion. Their rookie teammates made the top 20 and picked up spots in the second heat. Let's see if the Belgians can advance further up the top 10.
Another world-class track and field athlete in the back of the sled, Hannah Marion. And no one had a better speed at the bottom part of the track than Elfie Willemsen. But her nemesis is the start. It's unbelievable that she can be in this position with the 19th best start in the first run, and she's 8th. But she needs to do that every heat to stay in the top 10 with that deficiency. But look at, she comes right down the middle of the track there. Not everybody's done that.
She had a really clean drive, John. That was the big secret. If you don't hit stuff, you carry the speed down the track, and her gap was out to 2/10. It's now shortening. She is closing
down to 8, best speed. Watch the line here, perfect.
1:29.9 in the first heat. What's she got this time?
This looks like good speed again. It's down to 100, 130. Best speed of anybody today.
That is unbelievable. 57.84. She took the lead in the final corner.
Pretty amazing.
Lots of very happy Belgians. Listen to them.
19th best start in the first run. She's 8th. I just can't believe she could pick up all that speed on this bottom part of this very short 1,300-meter track. I'm impressed. The lines, look at this. We'll get this replay again. That's perfect. She was so quiet off the exit of the curve. Watch here. There's a lot of violence that usually comes over here on the left side of our screen. Look at the speed difference, Mark.
Well, John?
It's just really, she's driving the Latvian sled.
She is in a group of 6 sleds covered by just over 1/10 of a second. She could pick up 2, 3, maybe even 4 spots. First to try and hold her off is a fellow low country slider, Esme Campers from the Netherlands. Judith Vis back in the #1 Belgian Netherlands spot, right behind the 30-year-old doctor.
A lot of media here from the Netherlands. This is the home track for the Dutch, the men's team in 2 races. Nothing that they want to talk about. So they're hoping for some good performance here from Dr. Campos. Big race-off in the Christmas break, too, to determine who the break winner. They had 3 good brakemen. One of them got sent home. She was on tour in the first part of the season. That generated a lot of media. Campos, she's got a huge lead here, but remember, the Belgian bullet was flying on the bottom part of the track.
Yeah, it's below the Kreisel where we've just left. The Belgians really came in, not as quick as the Belgian sled.
And that's a rough exit of 9. She's going to have 129 speed to have a chance. This is going to get close. Down to 4.
Oh, and a heavy flop
Doesn't
there.
have the speed. I got to believe the Belgians are going to win.
They're going to move up. Elfie Willemsen stays in the lead. Her career high, a 7th place last time out in Lake Placid. They are matching that.
Shocking. She beat Kathleen Martini. That blows me away on a German track.
Yeah.
This, that her mistakes up top, exit of Kreisel, wasn't as smooth as the Belgian sled. Didn't carry the speed, but no one's carried the speed the Belgian sled. Look at her, how high she gets here. Remember, the Belgian sled was through quickly into the out of that curve. Visually, I can see that better than anybody, but watch the violence here. How hard does she come over? Yeah, she almost drives that over into the wall compared to the Belgian sled came over and just brushed it. Boy, Elfie Willemsen has taught me something. That wasn't a good line either there. She dove in the second part of that Kreisel.
Waving through the Kreisel. She was 500s ahead of the Belgians.
No way.
She is only 500s ahead of the Belgians. If she doesn't hit 130 kilometers an hour,
she's
she
no
will
chance.
lose a place.
She's got no chance here. All her time was lost, and that's a late line there. She's going to beat Jasmine Ventilator here, too.
This will be a career best for Elfie Willemsen, and Ventilator nearly rolls it off the final corner. Top 6 for Belgium, and this, of course, is their home track as well.
They beat the Belgians by 21 hundredths at the start in one heat and got beat at the bottom. That tells you how good Willemsen was, or how poor of a drive down the track for Jasmine was there.
Continues her medal run. Anja Schneider-Heinze does continue her medal run here as well.